You may want to include video in your classroom. What are different kinds of videos that you might want to include? A hook video would be a short video clip that's going to hook the students into the lesson. Maybe someone jumping the Grand Canyon or just something that would really excite the students to want to learn the material. It's not necessarily instructing or giving the lesson itself. It could be purely entertainment value or just getting the students excited like, oh, that's so cool. And you say, you know what, this relates to the curriculum, and you have a hook to pull the students into the lesson. It's going to demonstrate the purpose for the learning that you can then refer back to it and have students understand why they would want to learn it. You can use video to instruct. You can record your instruction with a screencast, recording your computer screen. You can use a document camera, or you can just film yourself teaching at the board. You can do this for the instruction or just make additional problems that you're just going to go over for additional practice. You might want to model a project or an experiment. Not only does this just allow you to save time and setup and materials, but it allows you to do things that sometimes you just can't do during a class session. You can use a time lapse. You can pause it in the middle of an action. So before the water hits the floor, if you're pouring out a flask of water, you can stop it in the middle and see what is going at that exact moment and then proceed with the experiment. You can use it for inquiry learning. You don't finish the video. You're trying to create curiosity. What happens next? What would you do with this? And why compare and contrast? Why would you be doing this versus that? And then have students take it to the next step. For an application, how do you use this? Students always want to ask, when are we going to use this? So you can show application videos of taking out to job sites, doing interviews, where is it being used in the real world? Since we can't always leave the classroom and bring the real world in, then we bring the real world in through video. So you're going outside to bring it inside, traveling places that you can't take your class. For example, you can't take them to Yosemite or you can't take them to Paris on any given day. So the elements that you would want to demonstrate or show students, maybe when you went and traveled, you could create a short video to bring it in or find video travel that other people have used. And music videos are a great way for students to learn. It's a song and has visuals to go along with it and helps them to memorize and learn some of the key elements of the lesson. Bringing in movie clips are typically things you don't actually make yourself, but are showing ways that are interesting, that students enjoy, it's professional quality, and can demonstrate some application to the learning of where it's used in real life, or maybe just to add some humor to lighten up the lesson. And of course, videos of student projects are great because not only does it show student learning, it encourages students to think they could do something better or how they can be creative and utilize it and motivate them to want to have something that you would want to show to the class. So student videos can be very motivating for students. And then creating animation. An animation tends to slow down the process, so something like an engine piston going quickly or blood going through your veins, where normally when you would show a video of this, it would be difficult to show it because you can't cut an engine in half and show how half an engine is operating to show the inside, but also you can slow it down and show the piston moving slowly or the blood platelets going through one at a time. So you can highlight specific action or detail, slow it down, zoom in, and the cartoon graphics are going to make it clearer since you're not having to do all the action at once with the real live detail, but the cartoon demonstration of it makes it just clearer to understand. So those are different types of video that you may want to include, and of course there are other kinds. So what kind of video would be appropriate for your lesson?